Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Dwayne Spin Stop, and in this episode we have Gabriel Lu over here.
Hello.
Whom I met doing a show actually. A lot of my guests have experiences with showbiz, even though they currently may not completely be. Are you acting at all, or
No.
performing or dancing anymore?
Zero.
Okay. Gabriel, if you didn't know, runs an online underwear business called the Jock Shop.
Yeah.
Right, and so in this episode we want to figure out a little bit more about what made Gabriel do that, how it all started, and that. But first of all, tell me, the word jock, right, in I guess gay terms is like you're strapping, sort of like hunk kind of jocks. So is your underwear only for jocks, or does the word jock here mean jock strap jock?
Yeah. Okay. So when I came up with the name, it was both. I think it was about like I think it was jocks as in because in the UK jocks also mean underwear.
Right. Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So it was just essentially it was just like the underwear store, and then also meant jocks as in like it could be. I don't want to limit my brand to just an underwear store, so I was like, okay, Jock Shop could also be like underwear for men, jocks, guys.
Right.
And then of course the gay community seems to think that the Jock Shop was all about jock straps.
Right.
Which is a bonus because we do have a lot of jock straps, so
Right.
I guess they would go, oh, Jock Shop means jock straps. Yeah.
Right,
So,
but that's not all you sell,
no,
right?
that's not all we sell. We sell swimwear, underwear
as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get into that a bit more. But okay, so in terms of target market, is this primarily for gay men, or is it open to? I mean, because I don't know the market very well, but I'm thinking gay men would probably be more into color and things like that, right? And so if you have like a rainbow type of underwear, I don't think a straight guy might necessarily want to be that flashy.
Actually,
right?
you'll be a bit surprised because if you go to my website, you realize I have very few bright colored underwear.
Okay.
Yeah, so generally it is targeted at gay people. I think a lot of gays like to buy underwear. I think just a few days ago, this guy spent like $1,000 just on underwear.
Okay.
I don't think you ever get a straight guy doing that. But I think at the end of the day, I think a lot of gay guys still like classics. Maybe it's just a Singapore thing, but they like the blacks, the whites, the grays, the blues, and red is it's not popular. Yellow, purple,
Really? Because
orange.
I'm wearing red right now.
Yeah, I have red too, but they're not really popular. So I was a bit surprised, but yeah.
Okay, and are you currently now do you only just wear your brand for yourself? Yeah, okay.
I have to. I have a lot of underwear at home.
Okay, and how did it all start? Okay, we're gonna show you guys a bit of the underwear and maybe the swimwear collection in a moment, right, later on. But now I just wanted to know, how did you? This is a passion that has become a business, or like care to share, like.
Okay, firstly, I do not have an underwear fetish.
Okay.
Everyone asked me that question. I think it was just about business. I like underwear. We all need to wear underwear, and I think underwear is an essential essential item for wardrobe. So I knew that everyone would need underwear.
Right.
Okay, so that made good business. Secondly, I knew that I could not afford rental space.
Right.
So
it's easy and small, right?
Small, it's cheap to ship. It's small, you can't try it on anyways. So there's actually no need to have a physical store.
Right.
So I don't even have rental issues. And then it could just be like, it's just about like delivering it online, because I knew that underwear makes a good online business, and I knew I wanted to do an online business. So that's why I thought, underwear.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so when you decided to start this, how does this work? Is it design underwear, or is it a separate brand, or did you create your own brand? The Jock Shop in itself is a brand, but does it sell another brand under the Jock Shop?
Yeah,
or
we
different
sell
brands?
so far we sell 11 other brands.
I see.
Yeah, they come from like Australia, Japan, Korea, US, Spain. So they're from around the world, and we just curate them from all over and bring brands that currently do not exist elsewhere in Singapore.
So in studying the Singapore market, you decided that these brands. So what brands, for example? So it's not the To Exist kind of brands or Calvin Klein,
actually,
obviously, right?
To Exist, we are actually bringing in To Exist for the mainstream kind of crowd. To Exist brought a sister brand is CN2. We have them.
Right.
And then of course we brought like brands that are slightly a bit more catered to the gay market, which is like Andrew Christian. Yeah. Right. Andrew Christian, like Aussie Bum, and stuff like that. But then of course I brought in other like a bit more sporty brands that are a bit more mainstream as well, like Teammate and Cruda. These two brands I'm actually gonna bring them to Tangs.
Right.
Yeah, so I just signed a deal with Tangs, and these two brands will be going to Tangs. So like
Interesting.
I'm trying to reach out to the straight market too.
Right. Well, okay,
Yeah.
so some of these brands like already exist in places like Tangs, for example. So then what makes them not how do you bring a brand to Tangs when, for example, Tangs could technically go to these people to bring it in? Like what is like
Okay,
or do they not know how to
Tangs. Okay, the interesting thing about Tangs, I hope Tang doesn't watch this, but the interesting thing about Tangs is that they don't source.
Oh, okay.
They don't source. What they do is they rent out the space.
Right.
So they need to they have to be confident that your brand will sell.
Right.
And so, like for example, right now in the Tangs underwear section, they have I think like 15 brands. It's held by 3 companies.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and so now I'm bringing 3 more brands into Tangs. I'll be like another company.
Right.
Yeah. So what they do is they give you a space, you sell it, they take a profit.
I
So
see.
what they essentially do is they're just renting out the
They're
entire
just-
space.
Right. And
Yeah.
how did you getting into this? I mean, it is something that everybody wears. True, people need it every day, and people kind of wears out, and you have to replenish. But it is. Did you feel like it was a saturated market? Obviously, you did it enough for you to step in, or rather,
Yeah.
and if it was, then how did you position yourself? Like
I think before I think 3 years ago, I'm not sure if you heard of it. There's a place called Sportsman Asia.
okay,
Okay,
yeah.
they sold underwear and then they closed down.
Right.
So after that, a lot of people have been trying to source underwear and they could never find it. So then you would see Singaporeans in like US Andrew Christian outlet and they'd be
Right.
buying like 20 pieces because they're like, oh, I'm never going to get it until I come back
Oh,
to the
I
US,
see,
right?
Right.
So it's like, oh, okay, well, if everyone's going to spend like so much money when they travel overseas just to buy underwear, why
Right.
not I just bring the underwear to Singapore and you can just buy it whenever you want to buy it here.
Right. And was it easy bringing underwear to Singapore?
So it was really difficult at first because, I mean,
They're like, who are you?
yeah, a lot of them were like, who are you? I'm like, sorry, I just want to have your underwear in my shop. They're like, you don't have a shop yet. I'm like, yeah, that's why I want you. So a lot of the brands are like, I'm sorry, you need a minimum of 5 brands before we can partner with you. I'm like,
Right.
but if you all tell me there's a minimum of 5 brands, I'm never going to start my business.
Right.
So I think that was really hard to pitch at first, but then slowly they're okay with it, and then now companies are asking me
Right, of
whether
course.
I'm interested to bring their brands in, so I can reject some of them now.
Right. Nice.
Yeah.
Would you venture into designing your own brand now that you've
I actually almost did.
Oh,
Almost
wow.
did this year. I think that, but not just yet. I think I was deciding between either starting my own brand or bringing in sportswear.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm actually considering bringing sportswear because the gym crowd is. I mean, the whole gymming
Right.
thing is so big now.
It's
Everyone,
big. Yeah.
everyone likes sportswear, compression t-shirts.
Right, but then you'd have to compete with things like Under Armour, which is really, really popular
Yeah.
right now, right? It's
Yeah.
doing so well. Is that a new brand? Because it's just out of nowhere. I just seen it pop out suddenly.
It is relatively new, but they have so much money in marketing. They spend
Right.
so much money.
So how would you compete with that, though? I mean,
Well, firstly, I could bring them in.
Right, true.
But yeah, I mean, they're available everywhere, so I wouldn't bring them. I would just bring in the same thing. Like, a lot of the brands I carry, they have sportswear.
okay.
And I think, like, the gay crowd, they like... I mean, I think, they don't really wear Under Armour.
Right.
They would want something different as well. And I
Right.
think that's why I provide... I mean, it's a bit of a risk because I'm not too sure whether it'll do well.
Right.
But I'll give it a try.
Right. And how
Yeah.
do you collate what interests is? Like what interests people what things people are interested in terms of buying? Like, is there a way you sort of figure it out?
Not really.
Not really.
I think I just buy what I like.
Right.
I think I have pretty good taste. So I buy what I like, and I notice like, oh, this sells. And if I look at the trends of what sells and what doesn't sell, the colors, the designs, is it like really plain, or is it like, patterns, designs, flowers,
Right.
geometrics? And then I go, okay, well, some people don't really like that stuff. Like,
Right.
flowers are not popular.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
I mean,
But like in Los Angeles, flowers is really popular. you know?
Really?
And Australia is really popular. Yeah. So
interesting.
So stuff like that, it's like, okay. And then like neon is really popular in the US, where in Singapore no one likes neon.
Right.
Yeah.
People prefer cotton here or what? Like,
Oh, they prefer like subtle colors.
oh,
and,
as
like
in colors. Sorry,
Yeah.
we're talking about colors.
Subtle colors and and I mean even cotton, for example.
I somehow thought you said nylon. I don't know why.
Well,
Right,
nylon works too. Because the
Okay.
thing is, let's say for example, we talk about material. Cotton doesn't sell well in Singapore,
Yeah.
whereas it sells well in the US.
Right. So we prefer the kind of like the
Thin
the
material.
thin silky
Yeah.
types. I actually don't like
Yeah.
that. To me, it's very, very
So that's the interesting thing about it.
right. Interesting. And then you're talking about colors. What were you trying to say about colors?
It's just that I think Singaporeans like the dull colors, the subtle colors, the
Right.
more earthly colors, rather than the bright, vibrant colors. Yeah.
Okay. And when you're talking about going into design, if you did design underwear specifically, not the sports gear, then how would you make it? Would you? I mean, you'd have to make it different, right? Because
Yeah.
you know quite a lot about like what's out there already. So how would you make it different? Like, would you make something different?
I think the interesting thing about because at the end of the day, right, if we talk about creativity,
Right.
I think a lot of brands out there they just copy other
Just
people.
copy.
Okay, so I'm not saying I'm going to copy, but I think at the end of the day, what matters most is how you brand yourself and your marketing
see.
strategy.
But you don't see
Yeah.
anything that's missing. Is there something that you want? You know, it goes from personal need, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, is there something you want that is not quite what you find the other brands are doing, and therefore you can make something that you think would be different? You know.
I think right now, like, I think okay. The thing is, the biggest concern I think is about sweat.
Right.
Material that absorbs sweat, or not really. I wouldn't say absorb, but like it's good for sports.
Manage as in
Yeah,
manages
it manages
sweat.
the sweat so that it doesn't create like it doesn't. It's not damp. It's not stuff. I
Right.
mean that technology is out there, but it's really expensive.
Right.
Like the high end Calvin Kleins are $60-$70.
Oh wow.
Okay,
But
so
it manages the sweat. It's
manages
the
the
odor
sweat.
and,
Yeah,
and stuff like
so
that.
it's like okay, well, can we create something similar at a more cost effective price?
Right.
And like of course, it's about combining a piece of underwear. So, for example, you have like brands that have like a little pocket to
Okay.
enhance your bulge,
Right.
and you have other pairs of underwear that basically enhances your butt
Right.
to lift it.
Right.
And then you have underwear that's designed for Caucasians that are slightly bigger, underwear that's better fitting for Asians. I think it's just a
Interesting.
combination of what you want to create, and you put it into one piece, and you just target that market.
Right.
Yeah, so I think if I was create one, I would create one that lifts your butt,
Right.
enhances the bulge, great sweat, and perfect for Asians,
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So right now, currently, would you say like the Calvin Kleins and the Two Exists and the Andrew Christensen are those designed for Caucasians?
They are.
They are, right?
Yeah.
So okay, interesting. And just out of curiosity, when you're saying it enhances your bits in front and your butt behind, like what is the thing? How does it do that? It creates a pocket, or does it push up, or like what
So
actually happens?
there's actually a pouch inside that you once you put your stuff inside,
Right.
you put it separately,
Oh.
and it basically it's already a pouch. So actually, even if you don't wear anything,
Right.
it already enhances.
Oh, I see. But
Yeah.
but since it's a pouch, it's not exactly. Does it actually still support? Because it's like
It's like
as
putting
opposed-
your sack in a sack, like my cousin will always tell me.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like putting it in a little pocket and it just stays there. So which is actually good for sports if you think about
Okay.
it. Like I don't know, when guys do jumping jacks,
Yeah.
it's uncomfortable.
Right.
So if you put it in this pocket, when you do jumping jacks, it doesn't move.
Right.
Yeah.
But I have to say, I don't know. I guess this is what the show is for, right? We talk about the details, right, and that nobody else talks about. I think like when I wear something like that, one of these enhancing ones, I feel that the pocket is not as secure. Like it's as if it wasn't a pocket. It was like it kind of keeps everything more in place
Yeah.
than if it was a pocket. Like with the pockets, it is in a pocket. I mean,
Yeah.
it is secure in a sense, but it's still. There's more
It can
movability.
move inside.
So like if you're doing jumping jacks, like we were talking about,
Yeah.
I think there's still quite a bit of like. I mean,
I
you
guess
know,
it depends how big the pocket
how
is.
big the pocket and how big
Yeah.
you are, and also it depends on how comfortable you are with like. Some people want to flaunt it. Some people
Yeah.
want to wear it just so it can be
Yeah.
be seen, right? So those are interesting considerations. Okay, now let's talk about what types of underwear there are, and let's get into like how popular each type is and what your own opinion
Okay.
of what, like, let's get into like what makes you feel sexy, what should make you feel sexy, or like what are the differences each underwear like. So we can talk about like what there's like briefs, there's boxer briefs, there's
jock
boxers,
straps.
there's jock straps. Is there anything else?
There's thongs.
Thongs as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go through the gamut like of each
Okay.
one.
I'll start with thongs because
Okay.
I personally
Wow.
don't like thongs.
Okay, it's the one. It's like G-strings,
It's
right?
like a G-string.
Right.
I don't know. Do
Is
you
there a
really want
difference?
something up your ass constantly the whole day? It's like that's literally what you're doing. It's like having a string up your ass.
Like having a wedgie the whole time.
Yeah, having a wedgie the whole day. It's
I don't know,
uncomfortable.
some people like that.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess if you want to show off your butt cheeks,
Right.
but not show off your asshole,
Right.
then yeah, a thong is suitable. I guess, but I don't feel. I wouldn't feel sexy in it. I would feel
Right.
like a girl, and it would make me feel very uncomfortable.
Right, but why do people like that though?
I think it's for
Do
the
you
main
think
reason. It's to
just
show
to show
off
off-
the ass, your
Right.
glutes, your butt. It's just people that like to show that off. It looks good, you know. It makes it look good.
Yeah.
I admit that it makes you look good. It's just that, I mean,
Kind of jock straps show off your ass too. No, there's
okay,
like
jock straps do show off
BPLs,
your. They do show off your ass. Jock straps do, but they also show off your asshole. Well, okay, not really. I guess unless you bend
Interesting.
over. Okay,
Right.
yeah. So I guess you
But
know.
it's so deep into how.
Yeah,
they're gonna-
I guess that's
gonna
why.
show.
I guess it depends. Like in a way, I think a thong kind of like it gives the illusion that it is still, like, you know, covered.
Right.
It's like still covered. It's like, you know how a girl
Right,
has
right.
a bikini and
Oh, I
it's like a
see.
really thin one that covers a little camel toe. It's just
Right.
very thin.
Oh, I
but,
see. Okay.
You know, it's just an illusion. I think that's all.
Right.
I think a jock strap is a lot sexier because
Right.
a jock strap comes about from sports
Right.
back then.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it already has this this hidden theme going on that it's like for sporty, it's
Right.
sexy, sporty, it's hunky, it's sweaty, you know.
Right. Right.
So I think jock strap is sexy.
Right.
Boxer shorts, very good for breathing.
Right.
Good, you know, good ventilation, good to sleep in.
Right.
I wouldn't recommend them for sports. I
Yeah.
would not really recommend them on a daily wear either.
Right, but I see a lot of skaters though, like those kind of parkour, you
Yeah.
know, like a lot of them wear boxers for some reason, like
Boxer shorts.
boxer shorts. I think I don't know, maybe
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 they're
boxer
really
boxer
small.
briefs. But okay. So boxers are for that, and then boxer briefs are
Boxer briefs.
what do you
Okay, from my
Which do you
understanding,
prefer, by the way?
I prefer briefs.
Just not boxer briefs, just briefs.
Briefs.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boxer briefs are not as popular in Singapore.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Briefs are actually the most popular. Actually, sorry,
Interesting.
jock straps are the
Really?
for people buy from my store. Jock straps are the most popular.
Right.
But boxer briefs are just like the conservative, go meet your parents underwear kind of.
Interesting. Right. Right.
Briefs is a bit more sexy.
Yeah.
It shows off a lot more. I mean, the cut, the way it's cut, it highlights a lot more your V, your
Yeah.
you know, it's sexier, I think. So people like to wear briefs, and of course it's not as warm,
Yeah. It's true.
right?
Interesting. Okay. And how long does, and then what else do we have? We have like, okay, so how about like other types of, I mean, we're talking about gay people. Sometimes if you want to get kinky and stuff like that, you know, I guess there are different kinds of
Yeah.
underwear, like the see-through and like, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know, like, but that's not the kind of stuff you carry, right? Or
No, I
stuff-
don't. I mean, to be honest, Andrew Christian carries this. It's called the C ring.
Okay.
The front pouch is empty. It's actually cut out. It's a circle.
Oh,
Yeah, so there's nothing there.
interesting.
Yeah,
So
so
what's the point of wearing underwear then?
it's like a jock strap but reversed. Like the front can be just comes out.
okay,
It covers your
interesting.
ass. Yeah, so I mean that's sexy. I mean, not for me, but I think they would consider it sexy.
Right.
They also created this other version where it's a button at the top,
Right.
but where your thing is, and you can just unbutton it and then you can let it out.
Interesting.
So I mean, there are a lot of different variations of underwear.
But
a lot
you-
of plays on it.
But do you carry those?
No.
For, right. Is there a demand here, you think? Probably
No.
not, right?
No,
And there's no...
it's like a novelty, I think.
It's like novelty.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
edible underwear.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Also, okay, interesting. And I was gonna say something else about that. But you do carry Andrew Christian.
Yes.
Is Andrew Christian. That's
yeah,
it.
Andrew Christian.
Right. Okay, but just not those.
Just not those.
Very interesting. And how about? Let's just talk about female underwear. Would you venture into that?
A lot of people have been asking me that lately.
Mm-hmm.
I think, to be honest, females buy a lot more underwear, okay? And they
Right.
buy in bulk. The problem with female underwear is I don't think I'd be great at selling female underwear because
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the market.
Right.
And I think not only that, it's... you sell briefs,
Yeah.
and you have to sell the bras because they have to match.
Yeah.
A lot of females... I mean, okay, a lot of my friends say nowadays they don't really have to match if they're
Really?
lazy.
Okay.
But generally, girls like to match. So if you buy a pair of panties for them, they have to buy the bra, the matching bra. And for me to go into bras
Right.
is very tedious.
Why? It's just.
There's A, B, C, D,
Oh, I see.
double B, double
That's
C, double
right,
D.
That's right.
There's 30, 28, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
I see. You know all your stuff anyway. Though.
I do know about bras and female underwear, but then it's just the the quantity,
Right.
the inventory will be crazy. For like one leopard print bra,
Right.
I'll have like wow, too many.
Right.
Yeah,
But how about like, okay,
like men's is just small, medium, large.
right? It's true. It's true.
Theirs is like, 28. 28A, 28B, 28C, 28D, 28, and then go to 30 and the same thing, and 30
Interesting.
for 30.
So it's
That's for
not
one
something
design.
you would consider
No.
so strongly right now. But not even lingerie. Like lingerie is not the. Okay, I'm so ignorant, right? Lingerie, do you need like to have cups and stuff like that, or is it just like a loose piece? It
The
depends
loose piece?
also, right? Like,
I mean, you can have a loose piece. There is that kind of stuff, like the nightwear stuff. Yeah, I mean, they do have that as well. I could. Well, that's not bad. I could go into that actually.
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is possible. I could do that. Yeah.
Right. Interesting. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Then how do you decide what to wear on a daily basis? Like based on this different things we talked about.
Well,
like, do you wear just one type of stuff or like?
No,
is it-
because I like to try all my brands, regardless whether it's a brief, boxer, jockstrap. I like to try them all.
Okay.
So I have almost every single piece I have that I sell. I have as well. So
Why don't we take? Actually, now would be a good time to take some stuff out and just see like.
okay, I actually only brought stuff I was going to show to bring to Tangs, but okay.
Oh, okay.
Um,
That's all right.
So for example, this is Teammate.
Mhm.
Okay. This would be in Tangs.
So you've struck the deal, and it's gonna
Yep.
be
It
at
goes live July 3rd.
nice.
Yep. So we're actually having an event there in Tangs with my topless models. Thank you. So yeah, these are boxers.
right.
Some Teammate is Australian brand. Yeah, these are actually really
boxer
popular.
briefs are
Yeah, boxer briefs. Sorry.
nice.
Yeah. So I mean, these are really popular, and then you have like swim trunks. I mean, I carry swim trunks.
Oh yeah, that too. We didn't talk about
Yeah.
that. These are cool. So
Yeah.
not so much the speedo types.
Actually,
But-
I do carry some speedos, but they're not actually. Oh, actually, they are really popular, unfortunately. But this is New Urban Mail. I'm not sure. Do you all remember New Urban Mail?
They still have shops around, right?
No.
No?
They're only with the Jock Shop.
Only.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're only with the Jock Shop.
Exclusive.
So
Wow.
I mean, basically, you can get New Urban Mail from the Jock Shop as well. That's the swimwear.
That's awesome. So they're still around.
And actually, this kind of this is really popular even for girls.
Uh huh.
I know, straight girls buying men's underwear for themselves.
I was gonna ask about that. Do
Yes.
girls wear?
They
men's
wear
underwear?
this because this is like it's really really thin. You can feel it's really really thin.
Wow. Yeah.
It's very,
so
very
this is the kind of
soft.
stuff. But for me, like, I wouldn't wear something like that because I would wear it for the weather. But for me, like, just in my own traditional thinking, I'm feeling like, where's all the sweat gonna go? There's nothing to absorb it.
This is very absorbent.
It
actually.
is?
Yeah. So this is actually really good. Like a lot of girls wear it for yoga and stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah, and because. Like how for most men's underwear there's usually a cup in front. If you
Yeah.
notice, this one doesn't have.
Yeah.
Right?
So this is
But it actually does. So what it does is you put your
It'll
stuff
conform.
in it, and it conforms. Yeah.
right.
So
Interesting.
it's a very clever piece by Kutas Australian brand. This will also be in Tangs.
right. Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah.
So these are some of the things that okay, awesome. And so I thought we were gonna look at underwear and decide like what would you wear on a daily basis.
Oh,
So
sorry, I
for-
should have asked.
So for that, no, it's fine. So for that, you just decide like, depending on what you're doing for the day, I guess. Like,
Yeah,
what to wear.
basically. Oh yeah, here's another. See, these are swim briefs from Teammate, but these are really soft too. So I mean, but the thing is, interesting is
Wow, it's
the
really
price
soft.
difference is really this.
Between New Urban Mail and
there's a big price difference between the two, but you can tell the difference of quality as well, I guess.
right. Yeah, one is more general,
Yeah.
like, and one is like really soft.
Yeah.
and- yeah, that's so amazing. But okay, so in terms of, I know there are like when I go swimming sometimes at some clubs and stuff,
Yeah.
right? Like if I wear something like those shorts,
Yeah.
are those popular in Singapore at all? I mean, I don't really
These
see
ones?
them. Yeah, I mean nowadays, like where do you wear something like that? Because I know sometimes I get yelled at. Like they're like, oh, you cannot wear shorts in the swimming pool and this club. You have to wear speedos. Is it still a thing? I don't know. I haven't.
Really?
heard-
I don't think. I think that should still be okay. I mean, these are generally quite popular. These kind of shorts.
Right.
But I guess
Are speedos phasing out? Would you find?
no. Gay guys love speedos.
Okay.
Okay, gay guys just love speedos because it just enhances. It shows off.
Right. It's about
It's
flaunting and stuff
It's
like
just
that.
flaunting, yeah,
Right.
and showing off your legs, your V. Yeah.
Right. So but then what if you don't have enough to show off? Then
Then you'd be
know-
wearing these.
Okay. Cool. All right. Let's see now. What else was I gonna ask you? Swimwear. Okay. So you're saying colors are not as popular, and then, and then yeah, one more thing about the shop. Like so in terms of marketing and everything, you had no idea how to start, but I see like if you click on Grindr right now, the Jock Shop also has like and so you like did you hire someone to help you with marketing?
I do everything by myself.
That's pretty awesome.
So marketing, I learned it by myself, and I knew that Instagram was the way to go.
Right. So
Instagram,
this
Facebook.
is we're going to the technology part of like, because usually we go from like health technology. So so now health, I guess, is the sports of it, and like and so the technology part of it is the marketing, I guess. So you're saying Instagram you found was the way to go.
And I knew that I couldn't market it by myself, so I needed help.
Right.
So I got models, famous Instagrammers from Singapore, to basically wear my underwear, wear my swimwear, put it on their Instagram, and just tell people I got it from the Jock Shop.
Right, because these underwear are not your brand per se, so they would have to say it is from the Jock Shop.
They'll say it's from the Jock Shop. Yeah.
So then you would. So in terms of that, you actually just gave them underwear, like to.
Yeah, I just gave them underwear, and I mean, for example, I gave one Instagrammer, John Fay. I gave him a few pairs. I think the first day that I did this, he was my very first Instagrammer. Right. Really great guy. He's like 60,000 followers, and he was willing to help me for free. I did it, and then I had 12 sales in the next 3 hours.
Oh wow!
So I mean, that's how I get. That's how it became. And that's when I realized this works.
Right. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. But then now when you do like events and stuff like that, when you hire models and everything, those are actually models, like they're not like Instagrams or anything.
Actually, okay, so because Jock Shop has become very well known for Jock Shop models, like all my Instagrammers are my models on Instagram and Facebook, and my events, people say, "Oh, are you gonna have your Jock Shop guys come?"
Oh, okay. So they become celebrities themselves.
Yeah.
Wait. So were they like celebrities themselves before, or is it now a mix? Like,
well, they were actually just they call it influencers.
Okay, they were influencers.
That's what they were, and then now they become like basically my models. Like for my Tangs event on the 3rd, they will be wearing underwear, and they're all 4 of them are Instagrammers.
Right.
But they all are willing to do this event as well.
I see. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Will you expand this to like? Have you done like events at like gay clubs and things like that?
I've done it at Tantric
gyms.
And I've done it with Element magazine, for the pool party.
Yeah, I know someone who is the editor. It's a Japanese guy, right?
Desmond. I only know Desmond. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, there's that Japanese guy, but I don't know him.
Right.
Yeah, and then I am doing something with Hong Kong.
Nice.
Yeah, some event called Oosh. So it's also a club, and I've also started branching out to Hong Kong Instagrammers. So I've done like 2 photo shoots in Hong Kong already.
Oh wow!
I'm doing my 3rd one next month.
And for these now, as in, I'm just curious of the whole marketing thing. So for with Instagrammers now, do you don't? Is it now paid because it's like so professional?
Yeah,
it's paid now, right? Rather than just like I'm gonna give you a couple of underwear and like. Very interesting. And for something like Grindr, how did you like Grindr is the office? First of all, they were bought over by some Chinese company.
Yeah.
So what, did you have to go approach this Chinese company now?
It's still an American guy runs it. Right. So I just called him, I emailed him, and they just gave me a quotation. Like, oh, okay, I'll give it a try. I mean, it's quite expensive. It was like,
you don't have to say. I mean,
yeah, it was quite expensive.
It's quite expensive.
And then I thought, well, just give it a try. You never know.
Right. But how it works, like Grindr is an app, right?
Yeah.
How it works is like it's geographic as well, right?
Yeah.
So like your ads only pop up in Singapore, basically.
I could request it to pop up anywhere. That was my choice. I think I just want Singapore,
right.
For now.
Yeah, that's another interesting thing because being online, you don't necessarily have to have.
Yeah.
But you still are focusing on Singapore at the moment. What's the reason for that? Why not?
I think because even right now with Instagram, a lot of the gay people do not know about me still.
Right.
Because we're talking about, let's say I target Instagrammers, which is around age 24 to maybe 35.
Right.
After that, I think a lot of them don't really use Instagram or Facebook.
It's true.
So the question is, how do I reach out to them? I don't feel comfortable going into like US or UK or Taiwan yet.
They have the brands there easily, right? Is that why? But I was talking about like maybe like I don't know, how does it work in like Brazil, Africa, or like some kind of in Russia or like in Europe?
The thing is shipping. So shipping becomes a very big problem. So like right now I use SingPost.
Right.
And SingPost is a bit slow. Heard that
Okay.
SingPost is slow.
Oh no.
So they're really slow and quite inefficient. So to ship to Brazil, it took me 14 working days.
Right.
Which is roughly 17, 18 days.
Right, but you couldn't establish. Okay, we're getting really intricate, because you get your underwear from another place.
Yeah.
It comes to Singapore, then you ship it out again.
Yeah.
Right. So you couldn't establish another way to establish it direct.
I would have to set up a third-party warehousing system.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah.
So okay, so to wrap this up, in terms of like if I wanted to some sort of product, like say if I have my channel and I want to merchandise something like that. Do you have any advice on how would I set up some kind of online? What do I need to know to set up an online merchandise system? Is it tricky?
I did this without doing any research, by the way.
Right. So do you set up your own? Well, your own website would have to have the system, but the system is based off another.
I use Shopify.
Shopify. Okay, so
Yeah.
there's a system that
There
will
is
help
a system.
you. So you go
So
to
you
different
just,
places.
I mean, all I did was sign up, system, took a look, learn. I think the hardest part is learning the system.
Yep.
So if people ask me, would I leave Shopify right now? I say, no, because I learned the system. I know how to do it. I don't want to relearn something new.
Right.
That's the hardest part. Other than that, I think it's not that. It's. I think it's a learning process. Like any business, it's constant learning.
Okay.
Like
Interesting.
I'm still learning how to do HTML. I still don't know how to do it.
Well, HTML, well, Flash now. I mean, I know HTML can help you,
Ah.
but you know, but now it's not so much that. I mean, the coding is good to learn.
Yeah.
It's still part of it, but I think there's more. It's Flash now, right? Also,
Yeah, I don't
Shockwave,
know. It's really hard for
people use
me.
that. Okay. You don't need to learn HTML though. Why do you need to?
Because like a lot of my stuff on my website, I want to customize my website, and because I'm using a Shopify template, it's all preset.
Right.
Yeah, so I can't I want to create. Oh, I want to add this banner here.
Right.
I can't create it.
Right. So you're still not like open to hiring someone to help you out. Not
No.
until you've expanded more.
Well, because the thing is, I can't hire an external person
Right.
because they don't have the Shopify knowledge. A lot of web designers. Because how they do it for HTML is it's just one page, right?
Yep.
But for Shopify, it's not one page.
Ah.
It is 100 pages of categories that you have to go
Interesting.
inside, and they're like, I don't know where to start. So for them, it's like waste of time. They
Okay,
won't
I
bother.
see. Interesting.
Yeah.
By the way, I mean, there's also this thing called Etsy. I don't know if it works for underwear. Have you heard of Etsy? ETSY. I've got a friend who will be on the show in third season if we get there. Nina K. She does a lot of party, like stuff that banners and things she creates, like confetti and stuff like that. And she's gone on Etsy, and actually, I want to get her to talk about it. It's become so popular that it's attracted the attention of I think Target and stuff like that. So they want to partner up with her somehow. I don't know how it all works, but online merchandising is actually very interesting.
That's so cool.
Something we'll explore in another episode as well. Anyhow, so commercial break here. If you want third season of Spin Stop to happen, tell your friends about us, share about us, and also if you want to check out more of Gabriel's stuff, I'm going to provide links below. You can find you yourself. Do you have an Instagram account?
Yeah, I do.
Right.
Yeah, I do.
So is that something you push personally or
Yeah,
publicly?
I push it because I am the face of Jock Shop. So
Okay, so
I try
yeah,
to push it.
push your social media. What do we
Yeah.
have? Facebook,
Instagram, my website.
and your website. Okay, and then so we buy it from your website. No other. It's not like another place.
Yeah,
we have
you
to
just
go
buy
to.
from my website.
Awesome. Okay, so and all those details will be in the links below in the video description. Check those out. Okay, let's move on to the in-betweener. So the in-betweener is like, see, it's very fast. It's really past 30 minutes. So we only have like a bit less. We have less time to actually talk about this other topic that we want to get into about the shootings in Orlando since it's so recent. But before we get into that, let's talk about. I always invite my guests to tell everyone their favorite food place. So if you recommend one, you can only choose one. Something you're
I'm
willing
not much
to
of a
share.
foodie.
You're not much of a foodie?
But I really like ramen.
Okay.
And I think okay. For my favorite place, I don't even know the name of the ramen.
Okay.
It's the one at Tanglin Shopping Center.
Okay.
And
it's which floor?
It's actually on the ground floor, but you have to walk down the stairs like 5 steps.
Okay.
To get into open the door.
Right.
It's really good ramen. I think they have like Singapore's best ramen.
Oh wow. Okay. Good to
Yeah.
know. All right. I'll try and find out what the place is.
Sorry, I don't know the name. I'm
That's
like,
okay.
it's a Japanese name. It's all the same to me.
All right, cool. And so I saw a recent article which actually featured on the on my Facebook page with regards to this interview about you being interviewed about your business as well as coming out and everything like that. In light of what's happened recently, the Orlando shootings, a lot of people, there's a lot of debate going on, right? First of all, there's pink dot controversy going on about haters and everything. Do you see this particularly as a gay hate crime? Like a lot of the gay community is like, oh, it's a gay hate crime, they've targeted the gay people. And
did you read the recent article?
I did.
About the one that he was also on the gay social media?
Yeah, exactly. So he's been visiting the club Pulse for 3 years, although he has a wife. The speculation is that he is closeted. Yeah. And so I guess what you're about to say that.
So I'm not too sure I don't think it's so much of a gay hate crime. Right. I think it's more of a, he's just a very angry person.
Yeah, he is.
I think it's also like his family. It's a lot of pressure. He has a lot of pressure from his immediate family and his father. He can't be who he is. Of course, if you don't even know who you are after like 30 years, or I don't know how old he was, but like, it eats you inside, I guess. Right. And you see, I guess when he saw the two people kiss, it kind of made him realize that, shit, I can't have this.
Yeah, it's something.
It's not so much that he hates them, right? It's he hates that they have it and he can't have it.
Right.
And I think that's what it was about. I don't think it was so much about, I hate gay people, I'm gonna just go on a rampage. I think it's just more about, I hate my life, and why should you all have that?
Right.
And I can't have it.
Exactly. So that's I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a speculation. We really don't know the truth, but that's what I'm inclined to believe more of. And actually, even before reading this article, I mean, I felt that it was a bit too, I guess, presumptuous to assume that it's it's very easy to say, oh, it's a gay hate crime, it's to make it a gay versus anti-gay thing, which I find there are places to do that, but in terms of this, I look at it as an act of terrorism against humanity itself. And I feel that if we look at it as a gay hate crime specifically and play victim on something that can't really be discussed. It's not like pink dot sponsors, like where they go, oh yeah, sponsors cannot, and then we can debate about it, or the what's right and wrong about this, what are you saying. But if it's just an attack, and then you go, I feel like, I don't know, I think parts of me are in a sense a little bit annoyed at some parts of people saying, oh, I'm playing victim, basically. It's just like, oh, I'm giving a look at this hoo-ha, this has become this whole big debate. I think it divides us more rather than going, look, this is terrorism in itself and humanity should be protected. If you divided gay versus non-gay, then you're going to actually increase the hatred.
Yeah, because there'll be more hatred.
And then there'll be more specific, real targeted crimes at gay people. I don't know, that's what I feel. And also, and I feel like the issue here is also gun laws and things like that. Yeah. I don't know what you feel. People, every time there's a shooting, I always see like, oh, not that I'm dissing it, it's like, oh, love, freedom, I share my love, but then it happens for a week and then goes away. Yeah. Or like, oh, I hate them, but then it happens for a week and it goes away. But like, what people really, I feel, should be sharing are what would actually help solve the problem, which is like, I actually shared a post on Facebook about who these senators are that support or don't support gun laws. So I feel, and then I looked up how these senators come into office, which is actually voted by the people. Yeah. So I feel like the people themselves should then, the next time you vote, put it at the top of your priority that find out if these senators support gun laws or not, then choose to vote them in or not. So that I feel should be shared more, because that actually does something.
Yeah, we should solve the root of the problem.
Solve the root of the problem.
Access to guns. It's the longest thing. I don't know why they still have access to guns after so many years.
I don't know for sure, but some National Rifle Association or something like that.
Yeah,
it's to do with business as well. I think they want to sell guns and things like that. So it's these people. Yes, the fight between gay versus pro versus anti-gay is there, but I don't think this is necessarily about that. But the good news was that I think Walmart or something just recently announced that they're not going to sell their rifles anymore.
Oh,
and I didn't even know Walmart sold rifles.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't even know that either.
Yeah, but they say it's not related. But I mean, come on. I think it has to be.
I think it's good though. At least if some companies finally take a stand, it shows something. It means that people recognize that there is a problem,
right? And
we need to fix it. And if the government's not going to fix it, then hopefully the people can, hopefully do something.
And in terms of with this shooter, I feel like this is something where you can talk about, because like I feel like his hatred for, why he shot was because. It's because of gay haters, I feel. It's possibly because of gay haters that he feels this way about himself. Yeah. If you come out, then people will hate you, and it's that whole struggle, right? So if anything, I feel that, this is one argument where you can say, oh, look, this is a gay versus anti-gay thing, because if you do hate on people, this is what's going to happen. Yeah. So the throwback is then stop, hating people, start accepting people for who they are, because that ends up being something that's not nice, right? Yeah. Anyway, so in terms of your own story coming out there, was that difficult for you? Like, did you grow up hating yourself?
I did.
You did?
I hated myself.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. See, that's not good. Luckily, you didn't try to be a violent.
Well, if I told you everything, actually, now I'm gonna be honest. I think I was at one point very similar to that guy.
Right.
I think I wanted. No, I was. I say I wouldn't want to. Fine. I wouldn't want to kill gays, but I think I was so angry with the world that I just didn't care about anyone.
Wow.
I didn't.
And it was because it was you felt not accepted, or you didn't even accept yourself.
I was from a school that just hated gays,
right?
And so I in the same environment, I had Chinese parents. I had an environment where they all say, "Oh, gays are horrible. You should go die," And then it's like, obviously, I think when you're told all that, I don't think you like yourself.
Right.
There's no reason to like yourself anymore,
Right.
And so I think once the reason to like yourself is out the window, then all you can do is hate yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you hate yourself, and because you're gay, you probably also hate gays.
Yeah.
And which I guess that comes down to that shooter,
Yeah. Yeah, it starts from somewhere.
Yeah.
Right?
So I think that coming out article was I guess it wasn't hard because I've always known I was.
Right. But how did you accept yourself enough to go, okay, this is who I am. I'm comfortable even sharing it. Like the 2 steps, right?
Yeah.
Like the coming out process.
I think I've accepted myself after my whole. I think after uni, I've completely embraced it. Like I told myself, you know what, I'm happy being gay. Like if I was given the choice. If like someone said, "Hey Gabriel, would you like to be straight or gay?" I'd say, "Keep me gay."
Okay.
I'd be happy with it. I think I could have a child. Mm-hmm. It doesn't stop me from having a kid. I could have a husband. I could have a family.
But how would that switch happen? How did you go from hating yourself to actually
loving myself a lot?
Loving yourself. Oh, you've gone that far.
Yeah, I love myself a lot. I think it's
That's good.
It's confidence and I think. Surprisingly, I actually don't really know. I think I just woke up one day and I had like this inspiration. I was like, "Hey, I this is stupid." Yeah, I like myself. Yeah, that guy in the mirror is pretty good looking. I like him. I could do with that.
Yeah, why should you suppress yourself?
Yeah, why?
Right?
So I think I just embraced it, and I think, of course, I think people, saying that, of course, not to sound arrogant, but people to say that, oh, you're a good looking guy, or you're cute. It kind of helps your self-esteem, and I guess it makes you feel better about yourself. Coming from where I felt like very little about myself to feeling a lot better, it just gave me a lot of confidence. And I guess that confidence and it became my personality as well. It gave me a lot of confidence. It made me really strong-minded, strong-willed. I don't cry anymore. I don't feel sorry for myself, and I'm quite happy with who I am and where I am today, I guess. That's why when people ask me, I'm like, yeah, sure. You can ask me. If my friends ask me, I'll just tell you, Right. I'm not like, let me think, no. Right. Okay, no. I'll just, okay.
But then there's the whole issue of the parents thing and everything, right? Some parents are cool, some are not.
They don't know, actually.
Oh, no, and you're fine being on this show, because they're never going to watch it.
Yeah,
right?
well, they're not going to read my article, but even if they did, the thing is, I don't want to tell them, not because I'm ashamed of it.
Yeah.
Because the Chinese parents, I'm the only son, I don't want to disappoint them. My parents are like 70.
Right.
And my dad's mid-70s, right? I don't want to, first I don't give them a heart attack.
Yeah.
And then I guess it's just that if there's no need for them to know, I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah.
It's not important.
Sometimes-
I'd rather them be happy
Yeah.
with who they think I am.
Right.
Rather than who I am.
Yeah.
I mean, some people would say that's not really fair because, your parents should know who you are.
Well, it's
But
a
I don't
debate,
think
right?
this...
It's subjective.
Yeah.
But you don't think...
I don't think being gay is my identity. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think, Gabriel's gay, that's Gabriel. Gay is Gabriel, So
Yeah.
I don't think it's like, oh yeah, my mom's missing out on a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've touched on something really important. Like, I feel that all this... we're mistaking the causes we believe in for who we are.
Yeah.
I would like to say it's different. Just because I support gay rights and everything, and if I'm gay, it doesn't mean that that's who exactly I am.
Yeah.
Like, you can support a cause but not define it as you, because if we for example, if we support old people should get lots of jobs, or equality, or like, why don't Asians get so much less, why do Asians get less than Caucasians, or why do male versus female, like if we keep dividing ourselves like that, we're gonna find ourselves very divided.
Yeah.
And I think that ultimately we're still a human race, and we should come together, and we should just come together in group, yes, for the causes we believe in, but then after that we need to remember that we still belong to old new, or male female, or
exactly.
old young, or like we can't keep dividing ourselves. And actually, if you do divide yourself up, then you'll realize that you're gonna end up being alone, because you are such a unique, beautiful individual being. It's not that you're alone, it's just that you're unique. So I mean, that's basically just what I want to say. Also, the other thing, in terms of like the gay community at large, do you feel like this shooter, for example, could have been, I don't know, do you think that, is it possible that he's like not happy with the Orlando community itself? Like, maybe he's faced a lot of rejection
Possibly.
from the community. I mean, because I'm not saying it's gay people's fault. This is really, I know it's very touchy, but I'm just saying a possibility. Like, from my own experience, I find that sometimes, there are circles, people can get cliquey, and when you're on apps, also people can be like, I only want a certain type, and then it's very superficial. Even the more butch ones can be like, I don't like the effeminate ones. So even within that community, there can be, or like, racial.
I think
so. It could have been something like that, where he was personally offended by
there's probably a good chance it was
that community in itself, right? So it's not necessarily it doesn't have to be like an attack on gay people necessarily. It just could have easily been personal. I don't know.
Yeah, it could have been. I agree. I think because, I mean, Grindr itself, you go on Grindr and it goes only like white guys, no Asians. It's like no twinks, only muscle. We have preferences, and people like to display it.
Right. Yeah, preferences are fine, but the way you conduct, like, you're saying people like to display, but it's a bit obnoxious.
Yeah, and it like people, it offends people.
Yeah.
It really offends. I think people need to be open-minded. I'm pretty sure that, let's say, a lot of people, like, for example, I don't like white guys, Caucasians. But I'm pretty sure if you give me like Justin Bieber, I'd say yes. The thing is, you may not like them as a stereotype, but I think if you tell them, there's a really hot guy like that category that you do not like, you will still jump at it.
Right.
So you should be open-minded, because you never know. Like,
if you connect a different way, or like if someone just,
he could be your soulmate, or if you believe in soulmates. So
right. Yeah.
And I think the guy might have been a bit frustrated because of what how the community is and how cliquey we are. I think.
Yeah, could have been some of that, right? Because,
could have
like,
been that.
I mean, we have to be careful also not to, as a community in itself, like, we can sometimes divide ourselves unnecessarily even more.
He could have felt very alienated after that.
Yeah.
With that, and then everything else, it just adds up. I think everything just added up to him.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, cool. So we only have about like 12 more minutes. I guess let's talk about a bit of gaming, and since a lighthearted thing, and that's why I wore my pink for the support of game, and then Warcraft cap for just the gaming bits of it. So Gabriel, I don't know if he intends to continue playing, but we've never actually delved into the world of Warcraft. It's a great time because the movie is just out. It flopped. Technically speaking, it flopped in the US. It costed like over $100 million to make, and it only brought in like 24 1.4 million so far.
Wow.
But that's actually second. You know, Conjuring was like first at 26 point something million. But I don't know why second is considered a flop in the US. Everything else is below that. But in China, surprisingly,
100 something, right?
154 million. The box office. So, but you haven't seen this movie yet.
No.
Are you going to?
I want to, but everyone keeps telling me that, oh, it's not very good, don't waste your time.
Are these fans of Warcraft or people who don't play Warcraft?
Some of them play. So the fans are divided. They say that it was very slow, but the ending was epic.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it
like...
started slow for me, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, okay. But I definitely will watch it. I mean, 9 years of my life playing it. I will watch it.
I was just gonna see like how... So did you play... So now, if you're not a gamer and you're tuning out, it's fine. But if you are interested to find out more about Warcraft, Warcraft started out as Warcraft 1, 2, and 3, and then it went into the World of Warcraft. Yeah. But the history and the lore of it stayed consistent. I mean, it's a progressive thing. It's not like it's not like the history or storyline changed. It kind of went through these different games, even though the mediums are different. So where did you start?
I started BC.
Oh,
which was
so it wasn't
Illidan.
Warcraft 1, 2, or 3. It was,
okay, sorry. I started Warcraft 2.
Oh, you did? Okay, so that
Warcraft
was
2.
BC.
No, actually Warcraft 2 and then Warcraft 3 and then World of Warcraft, but only World of Warcraft in the expansion, which was Illidan.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Right. And then World of Warcraft, you played Warlords of Draenor, the recent one?
I did.
Right, and are you going to intend to continue with Legion, which is coming out?
My friends are pushing me to, so I probably will end up playing a bit of it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the movie in itself started with, I think, World of Warcraft 1, where it was orcs versus humans, right? And I don't know. I think I have a review, so I'll put a link as well on what I thought about it. I actually felt it was great. I really loved like the homages that they paid. Like
really?
You know, like in Stormwind, you're Horde, right? So you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Stormwind's the Alliance. There are two sides, Alliance and the Horde. So in Stormwind, the things that they played, like the Murloc was just like, there was a Murloc that was just standing there. It was like a quick Murloc sound, which is like this famous creature that makes this sound.
Yeah.
And they put that in the movie, which was fun. And I thought little homages like in Stormwind where you take the Griffin, right?
Yeah.
So there are two arches in the front. In the movie, you see the Griffin
land
on the second arch to the right, which is exactly where you
where you actually land. Yeah.
So I was like, oh, only these things like gamers know about, which is really fun to play. And what other games do you play? Why do you enjoy gaming?
I like Dota 2.
Okay, that's also based on the World of Warcraft world.
Yeah.
But what storyline is that?
Actually, it's not. There's not much of a story for Dota 2. No, it's just. Yeah, it's actually no story. It's just. Have you not played it?
No, I've not played Dota.
Oh my gosh.
What is it? It's just like a battleground?
Yeah, it's basically like a map with 3 towers, three paths,
Ooh.
and you have 5 heroes, a team of 5.
Right.
You just go and beat the other person's town.
Okay.
I play with my friends.
What is it? Why does it? Why do I need to play that? Why doesn't the battlegrounds in World of Warcraft have enough of that already? No, is it different?
I guess it's slightly different because like. I think the battlegrounds it's like 5 minutes at most. Yeah. And then it's over. Whereas this game, it's like it can go up to an hour.
Oh my gosh!
And if you die, you just spawn back and you just continue playing the game.
So
and
you just don't stop.
You just don't stop until your main throne is destroyed.
So how do you what if it goes on for 24 hours? You just go and sleep and then you wake up and see.
No, it won't go on for 24 hours.
Oh, it won't?
No.
Okay.
Because the thing is, you die, but you have a timer. So let's say it could take me 60 seconds to come back. So if you wipe the entire team, then they can't defend the base. Okay. You can just destroy the base.
Interesting.
So it's quite fun.
When mothers and parents don't understand, right? Because they come into your room, they're like, "Hey boy, go eat this food." And you're
I cannot
pause this game. Right?
Yeah, they never understand that.
Okay, so that's why, because it's ongoing and it's continuous, and is it something like Heroes of the Storm, which is another Blizzard game?
Exactly like Heroes of the Storm.
Okay, so it's like. Well, I thought Heroes of the Storm was like 20 minutes, right? No, it's the same kind
of. It's around 30 minutes to an hour.
Do you play that?
No, because that would betray Dota 2.
Oh, okay. Why?
Because they're very similar. So I was like, there's no point playing another type of similar game. And all my friends play Dota 2, and we play together.
I see. So
it's more fun to play together. Like, WoW, it's always more fun to play with people.
Right. So that's the one that you play the most right now, Dota 2. You're still playing that.
Because I think when you play WoW, it's more like, okay, time to raid. And then raiding's like, oh, I have to be back by 9 p.m.
Oh, I see.
I have to be there for 3 hours. There really is no pausing for that.
Right, yeah.
No.
Well, you don't have to raid. There are other ways to do things as well.
I know, but if I play WoW, I have to raid.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I'm very competitive. I love to raid.
Right. And you prefer the Horde, not the Alliance?
Actually, I was Alliance to begin with.
Okay.
It's just that whenever I transferred, they always wanted... Whenever I joined a new guild, they always wanted me to go to Horde.
Ah, okay.
So I just end up staying in Horde.
Interesting. Okay. Well, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
I always invite my... If do you have anything else to add or anything?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, I always invite my guests to click on the stop recording, which is... It's already on. So you just have to click wave goodbye and click.
Bye, guys. Thank you.